I hate to say it like this, man, but the first thing a lot on these females' minds is that got money, and I got to be able to. I need to pump one out.
Black Tones TV.
All right, welcome back to Black Tones TV. And we got a super special guest. I always say special guest, but this is a super special guest. This cat come through. We just happened to catch him while he's in town.
Yes.
And it's the birthday boy. So, happy early birthday to you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So we got the infamous Bennie Tate.
Yeah. Everybody giving it up out there. I hear y'all out there.
Already. All right. So it's good. I know we've been talking about some things already, but we'll go over it again. But
yeah.
My first question is how you been? What's going on?
Listen, man, Chuk, I've been great, bro. I can't complain, man. I have really gotten into, which a lot of people, if they follow me, man, oh man, you know what I forgot? I was gonna bring my bottle of water.
I actually thought about that.
Dang, I got one in my car too, but that's crazy. But anyway,
you all right?
Anyway, everybody know. So as you know, I got platinum.
This is what we'll do. Okay. When we're done here, bring it up. I'll put it on the video.
Okay. Yes, for sure. Yeah, I got one in my car. But yeah, man. Like for the most part, man. I've moved to Florida. Quite possibly, really thinking about moving back to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just. I always say, man, most San Antonio natives don't stay gone that long. But I mean, I've been gone 13 years, so that's a long time.
Yeah, I was 10, 11.
Oh, okay, yeah. But we eventually always find our way back home.
Yep.
But yeah, man, in Orlando, I'm teaching now, man, coaching damn near every sport. But my main thing is basketball, of course, and help.
I see the videos you put up with your kids.
Yeah, man, on a consistent basis, or whatever. That's my thing that I'm doing, and then plus. The last thing that I've done is just released my bottled water, which is platinum H2O. It is no longer sober water, San Antonio, Texas. We ain't doing that no more. So, yeah, man, I've been able to do that. But no, man, I've been great, man. I can't complain, man. I got family's been good, man. Love coming back to the city to be able to see San Antonio and seeing everything.
I see you come back I would say pretty often, but,
often enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you, as far as coming back and forth like that, I mean, you come back and forth enough that you could probably continue business here too, so.
Well, man, it was so tough because I thought that I could do that when I left San Antonio, but it actually was a lot harder than what I thought it would be. And only because, when you're doing business, and especially what I'm trying to do, I think it was harder because when you're trying to have somebody else control everything that you're doing, it's a lot harder to be able to, have somebody buy in and be able to say, and even if I'm paying them, some of these people was getting paid more than what I was making.
Oh, damn.
On the first time when I did my water thing.
Yeah.
So that was that one thing. So but San Antonio is hustle city, man. And I'm telling you, man,
yep.
I can't, I try to explain it to people, but the amount of money that I make here, just being here, or whatever, just from simple stuff, it seems or whatever, is so different than just once you get outside of these gates and you go somewhere else.
Well, it could be, you think it might be some familiarity?
100%.
Yeah, because, you already have the connections, you know everybody. So
the ins and outs, how people are here.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like those people. So we always looking for a deal on something, or it's or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, nah, man, San Antonio is such a special place, man. And it's hard to be able to explain to my kids who have never truly lived here, to be able to, for them to really be able to get, because I do have children who are from here and live here.
Yeah, well, that's a good question there. Let's kind of go back there. Are you born and raised San Antonio?
Yes, 100%.
That's what's up.
Oh yeah, man, 100%. Born and raised.
I was out there at Judson, huh?
Well, let me explain. Before I automatically go there. Now, I represent Judson High School to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna never, because Judson is what made me for sure, as far as the high school part, or whatever, and as far as basketball, what I ended up doing. But I'm from the east side. Now that's what made me
the old east side.
Yeah, the old east side, or whatever, 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
When Crippin' and Blood was going down. Life was a little crazy.
Yeah.
But I grew up in Eastwood, man, right off of WW White. Went to WWY elementary school.
Okay.
Then I went to MLK middle school, and then was going to go to. I kind of developed my passion for basketball at Martin Luther King Middle School.
Okay.
Probably around my 8th grade year, 7th and 8th grade year or whatnot. Went to Sam for a semester. So this is a crazy story. I thought that my sister, not that I thought that, but my sister ended up going to Judson, but my parents was trying to get her away from like the hood shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like or whatever. And so I wanted to go to Judson because I thought that's where all the white people were. And what I'm saying by that is that I thought, like, by going to Judson, that I would be able to conquer. Because I'm from the Eastside. I'm like, can't nobody play basketball better than the black folks over here.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
The competition was stiffer over there.
Right. So I'm thinking to myself, like, if I go to a place where it's all white people, shoot, I'm finna be able to shine.
Yeah.
And so, so my parents finally was like, it's cool, like, whatever, we'll let you go.
Go where you want, huh?
Yeah, but little did I know, man, there was some dogs over in that area. There was some dogs over in that area, man.
There was some sleepers over there.
Yeah, man, it's true. Like, I ain't playing, man. There was some great basketball players over in that area. So that's kind of what my upbringing was, man. Like as far as, but yeah, man, San Antonio through and through, man. I didn't really even leave the city until I really until I was college.
Okay.
Then after that, but I was always kind of same way as you are, man. I had a traveler's heart. I was never one of these people that wanted to get stuck in a box.
Yeah.
Of being like, this is all I know. Like I knew that the world had so much more to offer.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be able to go and like, I wanted to go off to college, and none of that ever scared me being away from home.
So you wanted to experience more.
Yeah, so. Man. And then I came up with my father I had a tough father. So like, it wasn't anything for me to be able to say, I'm ready to go get my own stuff, like, or whatever. I can't keep on living under.
He was anxious to get away,
like, whatever. Yeah. But I want to make it clear though, like, or whatever. I had a fantastic father.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and I think that that's what a great father does. Is like
you don't see that no more these days.
That's right. I'm getting you ready to be able to venture off to where you ain't gonna need this no more. Like or whatever. Like this is my stuff. And like that, he was very, very adamant. Yeah, this is all mine right here. Yeah. This ain't yours.
Yeah.
Like or whatever. So you know what I mean? Like so once I get you ready to be able to go or whatever, and you gotta, you know how us our old school black parents did, your ass, you still gonna abide by these rules. So if you living under this
house
roof, yeah, then you gonna have to do your thing. So my thing, I was very, very, very ready to by the time I knew basketball was my ticket, man. And so I played my ass off. And then ended up getting full ride scholarships. And after that, I never looked back. I got my own place, and then we started doing, from there, it was just
So your full ride scholarships. Where did you decide to go after that?
I ended up going to Temple Junior College first.
Okay.
Or whatever, which I actually spent 3 years there because I ended up redshirting a year, which Temple was fantastic, man. I played with some great guys, Dre Jacks, Courtney Jackson. I could go on and name a bunch of San Antonio guys that really could hoop. Brandon Washington, that's just like really, that really were impactful for me. But then from Temple, my crazy ass wanted to go do another year because all my cousins was at Prairie View.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So then I'm like, man, I'm going to take a year off from basketball, and I'm going to go do me a year at PV. So I went to Prairie View for a year.
I totally forgot you went to my alma mater.
A lot of people did. A lot of people don't know that, man. But yeah, I did go to PV 1 year, my greatest year of college, as a matter of fact, I call it. And then from there, I ended up getting on another full ride scholarship and going to go finish school out in a school in Kentucky.
Okay.
So yeah, so I went from an HBCU to a HWCU. Is that how you would say that?
If
historically white college is how you say that?
I was gonna say you might have to explain that to some of them.
Yeah, no, man. I'm in Kentucky, man. There ain't no black folks. It wasn't no black folks where I was at, man. So it was all white folks, and it was. So I went HBCU, but again, like I told you, Chuck, like shoot, I'm like you, dog. I wanted to get the full experience of experiencing.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, I can really make a judgment for myself on how people were.
Yeah.
I grew up in San Antonio with Mexicans. I'm black, so my family, I'm very family orientated. We on the east side. So I grew up with black folks. And then I went to a college with all white folks, like, or whatever. So I got all of the mixes, and now I live in Florida.
Yeah.
So to be able to get the real feel,
That's more international out there too. So.
Yeah, the real feel of how humanity really is. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of that was a cool little thing. So,
but still, and you know, when I met you here in San Antonio, we were both in that music scene.
Yes.
So are you still doing anything with that?
Man,
or you just so focused on the basketball, right?
Yeah, man, I'm locked in, man, on my sons now, man. I kind of don't like, as far as I'm so far away from music, but at the same time, I'm always into San Antonio music and what they do.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you know, once that stuff is in your blood, man, it's in your blood, like, or whatever. And it's like, it's hard for you to be able to pull away from that DNA like that, because now my son asked me the other day, like, Dad, why don't you take me to the studio, like, or whatever I got.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I got some partners that I can get in contact with, or whatever, support you. So that should be something cool to be able to see how. I tried to record that one time, and
what happened,
bro? He is the most difficult person in the world to work with, like in the studio, like, or whatever. But
is he his father's son?
He's super talented. What's crazy is I don't feel like I was difficult to work with it in the studio, because I just was playing, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything was so fun in a game to me, like, or whatever, that we just wanted to have fun. Even my raps and stuff like that were jokes, jokey raps, but it was things that was really, really happening, like, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Almost, you know, when we talking about hip hop now, when I got married, I hate to say this like this, but when I got married, I lost my stories.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that.
You feel what I'm saying? Because when you out in your stories,
you have to shift your focus, you know.
100%. And you lose your stories, because unless, again, you do have those type of rappers who can create and lie. Let's call it what it is.
Well, I've always thought and known that when you hook up with somebody, you get married, you know, you have a girlfriend or whatever, they kind of have to be in that same lane for everything to move that direction.
If you're gonna, and that's why I don't recommend it for any rapper, to be totally honest, to go get married. I mean, like, if that's what you're gonna do, then your girl got to be 100% in on like the shenanigans of what that comes with.
But then at the same time, you do that, then you're marrying somebody that you probably shouldn't be marrying.
They don't go together.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
The two just don't go together. And so when I say I lost all my stories, like, everything that I can honestly say, man, like, I was gonna say 99%. No, everything that I rapped about was things that from Tales of a Fat Bee. Or whatever, you know what I mean?
You taking it back.
Yeah. To like my nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My first little stuff that I was doing or whatever. Because a lot of people don't know, Chuk actually gave me my first publishing deal. Or whatever. Right. So but from these things, like, or whatever, when I first started doing that music, all of that was from us hanging out at my apartment, or us going to the club that night, or us going. And I just rapped about everything that had taken place, like, or whatever. And it was like the greatest thing, the way that energy used to be able to come to me and be able to be like, damn, people wouldn't believe. And even to this day, like, my kids are like, Dad, ain't no way that happened to you. And I'm like, I'm not playing with you. Like, I lived this life, like, for real. Like, these stories, like, really happened. I really met Beyonce. Like,
it's kind of a blessing and a curse that, you know, back then there wasn't a whole lot of recording going on, you know, no video.
Right. Well, it's crazy, man, because Lord forbid, man, this gets out, because the running joke and the funny thing is at my school is everybody's always like, they'll come up to me and they're like, Coach Tate, you got a song?
Oh shit.
I know. And I'm like, no, I ain't never did no music, man. What you talking about? And like, well, it says Bennie Tate on it. And I'm like, oh man, that ain't me, man. Like, or whatever. And in my mind, I'm thinking that's the old me. That's not this guy that you see. Right
but you can't acknowledge it.
Yeah, because I'm like, if they did enough digging, Lord have mercy. And you know how nowadays, like you said, it's a blessing and a curse. But at the same time, though, man, Chuck, man, I wouldn't get that shit up for the world, man. Like the times that we had and what we went through
Oh yeah,
like or whatever, and just being able to be that creative, like or whatever on the scene. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That was man, a time was had.
So when you said how many kids you got? First of all, straight
So
to
I
the
got-
point, right? Like
Yeah. So I tell everybody
So I'm trying to think of like the age ranges. So like where
so I got
everybody is.
7 is what I tell everybody. But me and my wife, I tell everybody, for those who are old enough that are watching this podcast, me and my wife are like the Brady Bunch. So she had 3 and I had 3, and then we had 1 together.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So it's that's not that big of a deal.
Right. So, but the age ranges are all crunched in. Like everybody is old now. My oldest is 26. I think we got I don't know how old Tiana finna be. I think 25. Bryce is 23 now.
He just steps down.
Yeah, like so everybody is 1 year apart. So everybody is good. I'll put it this way. Everybody's graduated high school and damn near graduated college. I got my youngest or they either in college or graduated college, but my youngest 2, I got a son here. That's the one I was telling you that wants to record or whatever. That's the 3rd. And then my youngest is 13. He's going to the 8th grade.
Okay.
Or whatever my youngest
Now,
is. So,
are they all? I mean, they're all of that age. They're kind of out on their own. Is at the top. So are they in Miami or in Florida with you?
so my stepchildren, who I hate to use that word step.
That's your children.
But,
your children. Yeah.
Yeah, but actually, I guess only 2 are in Florida currently. We got Abby is here, my oldest.
Okay.
Is here in San Antonio. The one down from that just opened her own gym in Orlando. Bryce is in Baltimore. That's the Division I son that a lot of people may have seen on clips and stuff like that. Then Brianna actually lives in Dallas. She's getting her master's degree. Then we got let me see, that's 4, but I got to be able to keep account. 5, Alicia is at Tennessee State University on a full ride scholarship. She does debate and everything like that. Let me tell you, man, I got blessings, blessings on blessings on blessings.
Exactly.
And then my son, 3, the 3rd, is going to his senior year here. He's already received the full ride scholarship for debate. Also, that's the one that I told you that does music.
Yeah.
And then, of course, my last one is in 8th grade.
Well, shoot.
Doing his thing basketball wise.
Well, shoot. He's going got the debate going on. He need to go into politics.
Man, you know what's
He's
funny?
thinking about going music. That's not political money is different than
facts. No, 100%. And so that's what my daughter. She said that she wanted to do at the end of her debate situation was going to be. She wanted to be a lawyer.
Oh, there you go.
So,
okay.
You know, she'll probably get into some politics and stuff like that. Might as well jump in there, man. Shit.
Yeah, Trump might as well.
Trump got the city on going crazy right now. People be hating on Trump.
Yeah, I was just talking to another guest last week, and then we were talking about like the valley and everything. I was like, man, I'm scared to go down there right now.
What's happening? That's
because just all the border patrol stuff and everything that's going on. Shoot, I'm light enough. They may mistake me for somebody. You know what I mean?
For real. Where your paperwork at? Nah, that's real, man. That's real. And I want to tell people something. Let me speak on this for a minute.
Let's go.
Talk to the people real quick. Bro, stop letting this. Right now, we got a beef going on. I hate to even speak on it, right? On Facebook of 2 people who are of significant.
Oh, I know it. I know exactly who you are.
Of significant value in San Antonio. And it's so stupid. Like, first and foremost, like, I will say this. I got caught up in the Trump situation stuff the first time that he ran for presidency.
Okay.
And I was like, so against him. Like, man, he a racist. And
Yeah.
I can't believe it, y'all. And other people were boom, whatever. And I ended up losing friends.
That's crazy how that happens.
Friend and very close family members, like or whatever. My sister and my wife don't speak anymore because of a blowout between them or whatever over this whole thing. And man, I came to a point and I was just sitting there and I was like, neither one of these presidents would ever help bury my loved ones. This ain't that serious for you to be losing loved ones because of your political views.
Yeah.
Dog, they don't care. This ain't finna raise your pay any at work. I'm sorry if you think it is, or this ain't gonna be able to, because all that happens, and those of us who are old enough to be able to really recognize and to be able to understand, like or whatever, we got a Republican will come. Everybody get pissed off at him. Then the Democrat will come. Everybody get pissed off at him. Then a Republican will come.
Yep.
Everybody get pissed off at him. Then the Democrat will come.
Back and forth.
So nobody is back and forth, and everybody changes their opinion constantly.
And the crazy thing, well, it's not even crazy. It's just been happening for decades.
It has.
That both sides, they're all just pandering to you.
Yeah.
So and people just don't get it. I'm like, listen. Well, I think it comes down to we forget our history.
Yeah.
And the generations change every, like now it's every 15 years or so.
Right.
So
right.
The memory and history is not there. So we just keep going through the same thing.
That's real. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. And I just want people to understand, like, it's really not worth it, dog. That it's cool. Like, if y'all just want to get into a cool little verbal jab, like, or whatever, but don't let that tear your
family, friendship,
your friends apart. They don't.
You have since elementary school.
Yeah, Trump ain't coming down here to bury nobody, your mama or your aunt, and neither is Joe Biden or any of them people. Like, nobody is coming to help y'all with y'all's rent if y'all are stuck out or whatever, and you need the last $100, man. So, man, y'all be cool on politics.
But back to the two prominent people you were talking about in the city.
Oh, yes. So, I mean, but even like, and that's the thing is like for those two, I hate to see it, like, because like Kylie has done some great things, man.
Yeah.
And Del Rico has done some awesome things. And the crazy thing is I think both of them dudes is from like the Marbach area, like, or whatever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
they both from the same area, or ran with the same
side
of crew. Like,
I thought Kylie was like Seguin area or whatever.
Well, originally, from what I know or whatever, I don't want to tell that story, but from what I know, he was actually born and raised in Houston, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I know he came down here to play basketball at Incarnate Word for a little bit or whatever. But I mean, hey, man, the dude puts on for San Antonio something serious, like, or whatever, like, and he's always really represented the city, and so has Del Rico. But when something as simple as, I heard it all started from a Trump argument or whatever, and then they start going blow for blow with each other. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't even, bro, at this age, at our age right now, man, be cool, man.
Yeah,
that's all you got to do, man. Be cool, man. It ain't time to. I mean, it ain't time.
When I first kind of started seeing it, my first thought was like, because we old school, so
yeah.
My first thought was like, okay, they doing one of them behind the scenes beefs to like to punch up the numbers or something.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if Del Rico was on to something like that.
Yeah,
but I think that they got so personal.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm going to say that's probably
crossed the line. Huh?
Yeah, that I think that some of that probably crossed the line, and it's kind of been across all of our timelines on social media, because I wouldn't want to ever put any prior to that. But both of them are great guys, man. Like, Del Rico's done so much for the city, and I honestly think, even though everybody trying to knock what Kylie is doing,
yeah,
he helped out one of my little cousins in a little anti-bullying gang thing.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And he went to the school to be able to help him out or whatever. So I ain't gonna never say nothing bad about what them boys is doing.
I mean, that program he's got, I mean, from what I've seen, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. And you know how it is, man. Once you start getting a little clout and you start getting to a certain level, man, you're gonna have people that's gonna start coming from.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, I'm not saying that that's why Del Rico is doing what he's doing, because he does have his own reason for doing what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah.
At the same time, like, come on, man. Like, we
you got to figure something. We old enough to be able to figure something out.
Yeah. And then we play enough. I was talking to somebody about just living in Texas. Oh, so we was talking about. I was talking about the new state. Here we go. I'm about to say something crazy. I was about to say the new state of, like, females, like, or whatever, and how I feel like, just from the outside looking in, or whatever, how I feel like, and what I see on social media and stuff like that.
It's ridiculous right now, man.
I feel like everybody is like, I gotta get something in order to give you something.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, that's so crazy, because the era that we came from was players get chose. Like, and when I say that, like, or whatever, like, Texas boys was really real players get chosen. And for those who don't know, I ain't saying players like, I don't mean that you cheating on every girl. When we say player in Texas, I mean, you just cooling. Like, you can sit down and, like, somebody can understand that he ain't into no mess. He over there chilling.
Yeah.
He minding his business or whatever. That's player to us. Like he player. We ain't trying to up and be rowdy. Like, in a lot of these other cities and going crazy and stuff like that. The real Texas way is like to be cool, like or whatever, and be able to chill.
Yeah.
And so like being that we came from that, I go all the way. I'm taking what we was talking about all the way back to something else. It's just that that's not player. Like y'all know better than that, man. That arguing back and forth on social media, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Shoot me a text or call me. I know he did say that he tried.
Yeah, I saw that. He did say he tried.
You ain't got to take this to social media. Because once you take it to social media, now it's becoming something totally different.
It's all over. Yeah.
Yeah, you got people that are chiming in that don't even know either one of the guys and like that are saying stuff that's just trying to pick a side. And it's a mess, man. Because then, you know how San Antonio get down on the other end of things. As player as Texas is, San Antonio is also extremely, it can get real out of line here also and get to some gangster shit. So I would hate for that to ever happen. So I wish both of them brothers well, man. And I hope both of them can.
Real quick, we got somebody on the phone here. You know we live right now, so what's up?
Who you got?
I told you I was on the way. I'm on the way. I'm downstairs.
Yeah, I hear you downstairs.
Oh, you downstairs?
Yeah, you can't get in the door though.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're gonna do a pause right here real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we coming down.
Especially for young men, brothers, we got to do a better job of being there, man, and being in the household with our children, like or whatever. And it's so important. Like
and I know it's for some situations it's really hard, but you
have to, man. Like, and the thing is that if not, then dare I say, don't skeet in her. Like if you don't. And I know that's probably easier said than done, especially when you're messing with some of these females. But don't set yourself up to be able to be in those positions if you ain't ready to be able to be in that position, because that position is one of authority, and it's one that ends up creating the rest of how the world works. And I don't think that our young brothers understand, like, it really, 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 really does, man. Like, if we not there, man, like, if we not there, like, and the wisdom isn't there, like, I know we don't know shit at 19 years old. So that's another thing. Like, we probably need to stop having babies so early or whatever. Because what I know now compared to what I knew at 19 is a total different individual, like, or whatever. I'm no longer the 19 or 20-year-old. What I know now, that wisdom that I'm able to give to a kid or somebody is like totally different. And so it's just one of them things, man, that I'm so passionate about now, man. And I don't want to see young men ruin their lives, because these women, man, it's some they out here, man, and they looking for, if you got a dope necklace on your neck, man, they don't know where you got that car from, man. You might be in your uncle's car, man. You roll around in something serious, man. The first thing I hate to say it like this, man, but the first thing a lot on these females' minds is that got money, and I got to be able to. I need to pump one out or whatever. And she don't even know. You don't even know where he come from. Like, you don't know what his background is, like, or whatever. So, like, and that's the other thing, to be able to tell our daughters, like, or whatever. Like,
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
like, you're talking about the father being in the house and sons be with that.
Yeah,
fathers need to also teach the daughter
100%.
And I know it's hard, but the mothers need to take some of this on. Yeah, they don't teach me,
man, and
they teach them, but they're teaching them to do what they do.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I say fathers are so important. Like, because it's on us to teach your daughters also. Yeah. Like, we are the ones in the house, and you can't be absent, dog. Like, or whatever. I was absent for 3, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not telling y'all anything that I'm telling you from my own experience, like, or whatever. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, is because I saw what it ended up being. I saw what it should have been, and understanding that, like, fathers you're the key, like, or whatever. You got to teach your daughters. They watch you, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So if you running around with female after female or whatever, you ain't giving them the attention, they gonna go get that attention from somewhere else, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Your sons, they watching you. If you running around and you doing this and you doing that, it just is what it is. They're going to copy you. It is what it is. I don't know that many copy. I ain't gonna say that they don't copy mom, but I'm gonna say that
Well, to be honest with you, I think they do at a certain level. Father's not in the home. Mother, that's where you get a lot of these emotional.
men.
Can't handle anything.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Speaking on that, one of the realest things one of my boys said to me, and it changed the way I thought about athletes on one of our teams. And I was like, man, these new athletes, man, everybody got an attitude and smacking their lips, and they got to always rebuttal back, like when you say something. And my homeboy said it. He told me, he said, ain't got fathers in the home, man. They get raised by their mamas. He said, that's what their mamas do. He said, so they're a mirror image, a splitting image of their mom. So every time you see a young man that's everything always got to be an argument, everything, because I'll tell you straight up, like, and it's true. So when I started watching, and that was probably when I first moved. So over the last 10 years, I started watching. And one of the first answers, the first thing when I get a player like that, I say, your dad in your life? No, my mom, it's just my mama.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So now I'm starting to understand that you're absolutely right. Because when you got daddy in your life, daddy already had told you, man, you need to boom, boom, boom. So what I tell you ain't going to be no, you looking at me, yes, sir, I got you. Or whatever. They keep it moving like or whatever. So my stuff ain't going to be anything to you if dad then already went in on you, you know what I'm saying, like at home. And hey, and you grow up with that, you grew up with one of them father figures like that, then it's nothing for a young man to be able to say, all right, yes, sir, I got you.
And then you as a coach, that puts you double duty now, right? Because
100%.
you're just trying to coach them.
Yeah. But I'll call them out, Chuck. Like, I'll tell them, I'll be like, that's feminine energy that you're giving me. You acting like you and I'll tell them, you've been raised by girls. You got any men in your life? Because what you're giving me right now is you're giving me the attitude. You're not giving me, I got you, coach. Yes, sir. Yeah. You're not giving me that I've been raised by a male or I've listened to a male tell me something like that or whatever. You're giving me that I've had to listen, because what do young men start doing about the age of 13 when they growing up? A lot of them, I'm not all, but whatever. But what do a lot of young men start doing by the age of 13 that's raised by their moms? They start bucking mom back. Yep. Right. So now it becomes a back and forth, and now y'all going back and forth. You got daddy in the house. What you just say to me? Real quick. Yeah. What? You say what? And so they know, like, or whatever. And the woke generation will say, well, everybody needs a chance to do whatever they want to do. And you know what I'm saying? But yeah. And so, but I think that there's a place for everybody to be able to have that, and especially for the Black. Here I am again, man. I know people will be like, man, all your baby mamas you got all mixed kids. But man, I want to see Black people do good, man. And I want to see us, change out of this, I want to see us change out of this violent, we got to be able to go to something different. It's time to like be able to like change to like something else and like empower. And I know we always got guys that say it, but how do we get doing it? Yeah, how do we get there is a question. Speaking of that throws us all the way back into how we all met each other, into the music again. And so, like,
it's gonna be a controversial issue right here, boy.
And I mean, like, nah, because I like this new age shit. I don't want to sound like the old head. I swear I don't, because it is something. Hey, man, your son go hard. Like I love listening to that young man. Like he spits, and it makes sense, because Money had lyrics, man, like for days. But like, I'm gonna tell you, man, I hate drill music. I think that's the worst. I think that's the worst music to ever happen to America. Yeah. Drill music is the absolute worst thing that has ever happened. Thank God we don't have it here in Texas. I don't think it's as prevalent. I haven't been here like that or whatever, but I haven't heard it. But on the cool, Texas really didn't have battle rappers either, because, and I used to tell people, it's funny, I heard Kiki say that a long time ago, but I would tell people even before I'd ever heard that, I said, we don't battle rap because we don't disrespect each other like that. Like, or whatever. Because if you say something crazy to us about your mama or my sister or my, you finna get punched in the face. It's a fight automatically down here. So we didn't come from like battle rap stuff like that. In Texas, we didn't. And then this new drill stuff is so like, and like for people to even like allow that shit, like on to let it go, like on some, it's just, I don't know, man. Digging people's graves up and pissing on people's graves. And man, that's the most disrespectful. What are you doing? Like you saying, please come kill me. Like is what you're doing.
It makes you wonder, like the popularity it has. What's wrong with the people listening to it?
I remember when we was growing up, I remember if you tried to take a picture of an old school, like when we was coming up, they gonna be like, say, man, what you taking a picture of me for?
Exactly.
Hey man, come here, bring me that camera, man. What you doing? Like or whatever. Dudes didn't want to be in no pictures. The hood dudes that I knew on the east side that I grew up with, you ain't taking no pictures of nobody, like or whatever. Like, and you're not. Everybody thought that you was the police at that time or whatever. But now everybody is. This is the crazy. I ain't never seen. This is the craziest shit that I done seen. These will get online and be like, yeah, we buried little so-and-so, and I killed him the other day inside of it in front of the stove, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, bro, you don't think the feds and everybody you don't think that they didn't got a hold of like all of this stuff. So I don't know, man. Like
You on all the lists.
yeah, man. I'm like Money said, man. Like we need to go back to some jazz stuff. We need to give, and it's just got to come to a point. But I go back to like fathers, man. Like, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I told my cousin the other day, I was like, can you imagine us coming up in this era when all the girls is like, they just bought that life. They going. You ain't even got to spit no game to nobody. That's just what they preaching out there, like or whatever. You listening to Glorilla and all the rest. Don't get me wrong, man. Some of these girls be spitting, man. Like they got talent. I'm not saying that, man. I'm really, really not saying that. But when do we get to a point to where? And I think it's okay. I think it's okay if the parents, but every parent ain't gonna always. The parenting ain't always gonna be alike. So I don't know, man. I just don't know. That's why I said I don't know how to fix it. Like there's no, because we so talented as Black people, like we're entertaining. We're just entertainers by nature, man.
Yeah.
Like me and my sister was talking about that. Like we like Black people we just crack jokes like at the wrong time and shit be funny to us. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just in our nature, but at the same time, like we gotta be able to figure out how to have love for one another. And sometimes I wonder if it's like, I don't ever want to say that we curse, because what a lot of people don't understand is like, and Chuck, you probably know more about this than I do, but most of us over here, especially the Texans that are from here or whatever, are Western African, like or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Most people have the same genetics where we came from and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just something like that's just inherently in us or whatever. And maybe it may be. Maybe we just soldiers, and maybe we just like to go to war. Maybe we like to just rock jewelry and be iced out and like to love women. Maybe that's just something that's inside of our DNA that we don't know, that won't change.
It's just part of it.
Maybe that's just who we are and who we've been. I'm not sure.
Well, I think when I think back on it, just when you were talking about how, you know, we're just natural entertainers and things like that, I kind of look at it on a different level sometimes. Like all through the years, that's all we've been. You know, for
entertainers,
all we've been is clowns, entertainers, and that's what they expect from us.
Yeah,
and for us looking for whatever that attention is, that's our easiest way of getting in to get what we want. You know what I mean?
I've thought about, okay, so my pushback on that is because I've thought about this before too, and I've heard people say, we ain't just athletes and we ain't just this and we ain't that, just that. Again, this is what I'm saying. Like, maybe we are the entertainment. And I'm not saying we can't be more than that. We can be everything.
I'm definitely not saying,
and I don't want to even call us the entertainment. Because get mad at me if y'all want to out there, and after I say this, but every race want to be us. Y'all take everything from us. We can't even have the word nigga without every one of y'all wanting to say it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And so I told somebody the other day, you know what we ought to do? We need to just give it to everybody. We don't need to say it no more. Black people, let's stop using the N-word. Let's let's say something else.
But
Let's say
I think the fact that
Siamese cat or something. That's
I think the fact that it's worked out for us over the years, we just kind of leaned into it. Because like you said, I'm not saying there's no capacity for greatness in all of us.
yeah.
But I think we just kind of leaned into it without even thinking about it. It's like, oh, that right there is getting us money. That's what we're doing. Hey, let's go that way.
Facts.
And then
I'll tell you this. Here's another little epiphany that I came out with. When my father was alive, he died about 10 years ago. I think my dad been died.
R.I.P.
10 years ago.
R.I.P.
Yeah. But my dad once said, when my kids came through the door one time, my dad was like, why all your kids talk white? Because my dad from the hood, he from the Eastside, like, you know what I'm saying? And so I said, Dad, my kids don't talk white. I said, my kids are educated. And I said, so I had to sit there and I thought about it. And I said, think about this, Chuk. I don't think too many people really look at it like this. I said, we are 4 generations. Let me make sure I got this right. We're 4 generations removed from slavery.
Yeah.
So we 3 generations removed from where they wouldn't even let our families
Like Jim Crow and all that.
look up
Yeah. Yeah.
and have the correct education.
Yeah.
So when people talk about the way our slang is and the way that we talk, we haven't had since the 1400 or whenever America was discovered to be able to have the education that y'all been able to have.
Yeah.
We've had dialect, we've had all these different things that we've had to be able to get through. So we're 3 generations removed from education. My parents, my mom went to a segregated school, one of the first segregated schools or whatnot. They still weren't even able to read from the same books as the white people was able to read from. So we're 1 generation removed away from actual true education. Now, if you look at what we've been able to accomplish in that period of time,
It's phenomenal.
it's phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took us 100 years to be able to catch up to what y'all did for 500, 600, 700,000 years.
With all the obstacles in the way.
With all the obstacles in our way. So that brings me to what we were just talking about. Not only did we whoop y'all's ass, man, this is gonna be controversial. It's fucking crazy. Not only did we whoop y'all ass in the creativity part of things or whatever, and people wanting to be, here I go again. Maybe we just the chosen ones. Because now we getting education, now we getting all these things, and we coming up the way that it should be. And like I told my daughter, I said, man, I'm a little bit, this is now this is where I get back from backlash from Black people, is because I'm like, we don't need to beg them for shit. Like, it's all right. Like, take away affirmative action.
Yep.
We got that, dog. Like, we good. Like, we don't need everything we got. Honestly, we could probably, now we do, of course, there's the powers that be. I'm very well aware of that. But we're talented enough to be able to come up with our own sector of things and be able to do it. The problem is just that that's where the programming comes in. Yeah. And that we just are so used to being programmed. Think about the NBA basketball players right now. If a Black person just was like, hey, would you take less money for you to come over? All of y'all come in, we're going to start this league. We ain't going to be able to pay y'all millions, but everybody going to eventually start watching it, and then you'll eventually, but somebody got to be able to do it. Yeah. Nobody will probably want to be the forefront walkers of that right there. But at the end of the day, it's happening. If you think about the strides we've had, that's all I'm saying is like, we came a long way. And so in the next 3 or 4 generations.
Well, but we're also fighting against like all the stuff. A lot of it's being forgotten too. So I mean, we're getting there.
Oh yes.
But we're forgetting where it came from with each generation. So we need those teachers there.
That's very true.
So I mean, so as the next few generations come about, we got to make sure we're focusing on that. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's going to be a battle. It's a struggle.
Oh man, and then with education they doing away with all of that, and they making it almost as for us educators, we can't even talk about it in the classroom. I still talk about it.
Oh yeah, for real.
I'm gonna talk about it, but in Florida, you're not even supposed to. you're not supposed to even bring up like slavery and all of that.
Really?
Oh man, they banned it, man. That's against the law for you to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Florida was a major spot.
Right. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, they tell you not to talk about it and stuff like that. Thank God the school that I work with, they continue to, even the white teachers will continue, some of them.
Okay.
But they continue to preach. I mean, like, and to be able to put it
At a certain level, right?
truth out there. Yeah. But
Yeah, that's serious stuff. I mean, the black culture has a real steep hill. We're still climbing it.
100%, man.
So
nah, yeah, for sure. But I love this conversation, man, because we got so many nuggets in here that's so real.
yeah.
And like from fathers and the household, the black household to education and what everybody needs to be learning, and to our arts, man, and music, like, or whatever. The drill shit got to stop. Let me tell y'all that right now. Y'all got to go to something else, man. Y'all can't be peeing on somebody's grave and digging people up and trying to do it. That's
That's like,
God ain't gonna bless. Man, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell all y'all something out there. Man, God is not gonna let you get away with that. You're going to die. You're the next person. Once you go do that song and you dissing them people, you are next up to die. It's happened over and over and over again. God is not gonna let you walk around and go and pee on a dead person. Man, you just are like, I might as well. I'm gonna do this for some likes.
that's the ultimate desecration.
A couple of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, for
Man,
real.
it ain't enough money in the world, bro. You can't. Come on, man. Have some dignity, man. A lot of killers got dignity, man. Have some gangster with some dignity, man.
There was rules back in the day.
Yeah, like, for real, man. It's crazy because I used to tell people, like, even when gang violence was like, people would ask me about, like, on the Eastside in the 90s or whatever, and I said, I understood it though, like, or whatever. If you sign up to be a gangster, I mean, that's what you're gonna be. You do something.
You understand the consequences.
You understand the consequences. So it's not as you getting shot and killed, as bad as it is. As when I've seen my friends drop to that, it hurts because I'm like, damn. But at the same time, I'm like, there's no other way that he would have wanted to go out. That's what he devoted his life to that,
yeah,
like, or whatever. And you know consequences of that. That's only that we've said it over and over. You got two ways out of the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
You're gonna go to jail for a long ass time, or you're gonna end up dead.
Yeah.
Like, or whatever.
And the ones that are real about it, they know it and they accept it.
And they accept it. Yeah. And they like, shit, this is the life I chose.
Yep.
And I can't knock that like at all, because San Antonio, again, when we're talking about dignity and stuff like, I mean, like in rules, like, or whatever, I would tell people all the time, like, even during the harshest time of coming down here, I'd be like, man, San Antonio the most player city on the planet, man. I said, man, if you don't bother nobody, they ain't gonna bother you, dog. I promise you. You don't get into it with nobody, and you don't get involved in so-and-so's beef and this and that, like, or whatever, or don't say nothing about the Spurs either, because that's that's a whole other thing. But I'm like, man, you just gotta, you mind your business, man. Like Juvie once said, you mind your business and your life will be spared. That's really how San Antonio had operated for the longest time, and that's why I love the city, because I that's how I always operated. I'm like, yeah, man, I ain't getting involved in nothing. I'm on my own little thing over here, man. Want to do what I can do to help the world out,
to move things forward.
Drink my drink.
Speaking of that, let's get a little bit into more of a lighter subject. The water.
Yes.
What you got for the people?
Okay, man. Yeah. So I'm mad that I ain't got my bottle of it, but like we said, we'll bring it up here.
Yeah.
But I got so I actually was doing my research, man, and back in the day, actually right before I moved from San Antonio, I had an idea one night, man. I came back rolled, and like some of my friends, and I was like, man, I need to create my own water. And he's like, one of my homeboys was like, sober water. And I was like, that's a dope ass name. So I crushed up some fucking aspirin on the table, put it in some water, took that shit up. And I was like, man, this is gonna be my water, sober water. So that's kind of how that first idea came about.
Yeah.
Started pushing it here in Hustle City. We need to change the name of San Antonio. You can hustle anything in this city, man. I love it.
For real.
I love it. But and got it into a couple of different places. Then, long story short,
so you actually got it in the stores.
oh man, I had my stuff in 13 different places when I was 30 years old. So, and it was flying off.
Nice.
Boom, boom. And so, but every time I got checks, went to the strip club. Sugars. Boom. Come on, let's go. We buying here. I'm buying drinks. Everybody.
It's like, thank you.
Right. For real. So, then fast forward, I ended up moving to Florida, and I tried to keep the little operation going, but some of the homies that I had girls that was working at the time for me here or whatever, we ended up falling through, when you're not there to be able to maintain your business or whatever. So anyway, years go by, man, and then like last year, a year and a half ago, I was like, man, I want to get back on my water stuff or whatever. So that's when I came out with Platinum H2O, and then I wanted to try to make this one for like athletes, the high school athletes, now that everybody's getting NIL deals. So that's kind of my vision, was to like be able to have the athlete push it or whatever. And that was an 8.1 pH. I actually did my research enough to be able to go and try to find the best water that the United States that the world gave. And so my water actually got #1 there's a Berkeley Springs contest that takes place.
Okay.
And it tests all the waters in the world. In 2018, the water that I ended up getting first place.
Wow.
So it was one of the best tasting waters in the world. And so I was like, cool, let's bottle that up or whatever. We put a little positive message on the back.
Yeah.
And so the other thing that I wanted to try to do, my daughter kind of put me on game with this, which y'all will be able to appreciate. But she was like, you need to do like a big conference at the end of the year. And she's like, and everybody who's bought your bottle, give them a card or your business card or something.
Yeah.
And then y'all just throw a big concert or whatever. Because I was asking her, I was like, man, I could get a loan right now because everybody keep on bothering me about these loans. I was like, but I don't want to deal with loans.
Yeah.
I feel with that, like, or whatever. And she's like, Dad, just keep that in your back pocket. She was like, because when you do the conference, you might have to spend that $200,000 and you go get big names or whatever, boom, 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 to make this thing really big. But she's like, right now, just keep on giving out boxes and doing what you got.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And so,
it's nice having someone like that on your team, like that.
Yeah, because my daughter, man, and her husband, this fool told me, he said, Dad, this is the way you got to think about it. He never heard of nothing like this. He says, I don't think of debt like that. When I go in debt, I think of how much more debt I can get in. It's not about digging a hole deeper. It's about digging it wider.
Okay.
So I keep on. He's like, so I keep on. Mind you, y'all, they made $1 million last year. So, yep. So he's like, so it ain't about, he's like, you got to stop thinking debt, like, or whatever. He's like, most people don't want to get in debt. They so scared of debt. He's like, debt ain't a bad thing. Get in it. He's like, get the loans. He's like, just keep on making the money, and then you keep on getting boom, boom, boom. So they kind of understand that. I think another thing, Black folks, hey man, we scared of credit cards. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me pay off this credit card or whatever. And we try our best not to be able to get in debt, but that's not the way that the you know what I'm saying? They told me that's not really how that works. So
that's not how the other half does it. That's not how they think.
Boom. Exactly. So yeah, man. So we'll see, man. I'm in it for the marathon this time. It's not going to be anything. Last time I was kind of rushing, and I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do it, or whatever. But now
slowing
everything
down.
Yeah, now, man, I'm just kind of like, let me talk to this person. I just want to be able to make the right decisions or whatever. Because now, at 45 years old or whatever, which actually I'm 44. I'll be 45 Friday, July 4th.
There you go.
But now,
if y'all know him, he a 4th of July.
Yeah, straight up. So now it's all about making the right decision at this age. Because now y'all know how it is, man. When you start getting this age right here, we can't make mistakes. Now I ain't young enough to throw money down the toilet. Now it's got to be everything that I do is strategic. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't a whole lot of bounce back anymore,
Yeah. And the world has changed, man. We don't know this is something for a whole different show, but man, we just don't know what is real and what's fake.
Yeah.
And you got so many outlets. Hey, we can help you do this. We can help you do this. It's like every freaking time, like, or whatever, we can help you. And then, like, or whatever, you just kind of don't know what to believe, man. Like, things ain't like it used to be back in the day when we can just go print up a CD and be able to go hit the block and start selling CDs. Because there was many a times, like, or whatever, like, I know we didn't really get to that, but there was many a times when when I would burn one of my CDs, I remember one time I needed some gas money and I needed some club money. And me and my cousin, we went to the 7-Eleven, man, like or whatever. And I was like, shit, I got 10 CDs burned, like or whatever.
Yeah,
I was like, if I sell these shits for
You got them money.
$3, yeah, I got gas money. And man, shit, I sold every last one of them CDs. You better believe.
Man, that's hustle
So
right there.
yeah, like I mean, yo, but y'all know, man, that's where we came from, man. That's the era that we came from. So it was cool, man. Like staying up all night and putting flyers on people's cars and
Hell
going out and after every club that's popping, hey, you want to get hey. But
yeah,
that's what it was.
like, we actually had to go outside to do stuff and make money.
Yeah.
So how does it feel since you've been in Florida? I mean, you like it there? Everything good? What's the vibe out there?
I love Florida, man. I'm a beach guy, man. And so like
I feel that one.
I was gonna say, Chuck, you probably even know better than I do, man. Being in Hawaii, that it's no more peace than you can have than going out to the beach, even sometimes just by yourself, man.
Yeah.
And just feeling that breeze, man, and then watching that water.
Oh, there was plenty of times I just get on the road and just search for a beach that with nobody there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just so I can just.
And I'm sure you should have probably finding like a little area that you never had. Because I got now in Florida, I got a couple of spots like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I don't want to be around anybody at all, I got my spots that I can go to, and it's just me. Like whatever, I'll go on.
Shoot, I had spots out there. During the day, I would go. During the night, I had one I'd go to.
Yeah.
But if I had a little woman with me, had another spot.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all good.
Yeah. So I love it, man. Like
I miss Maui.
Maui is so dope, man. That's so dope. By the way, man, let's talk about it. So for people who don't know or whatever, the first time I went to Maui, me and my wife actually got
Just so y'all know, out of all the people I know, even most of my family, he's the only one that came out there to visit me. That's wild.
And let me tell y'all, hey, money, the most beautiful place that I've ever been in my life. And I'd have been a lot of places, but Maui was by far my favorite, most beautiful place. When I say that the air and everything was like perfection, and like the people was cool, and it was just like the entire vibe. I get it. The only thing, we'll talk about the only thing in a minute.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I went out there, man. When Chuck had moved out there, Chuck happened to be out there, and me and my wife renewed our vows out there.
Yeah,
Chuck was the only person.
You surprised him, you know?
Yeah. Chuck was the only person that was with us at the wedding or whatever. We had playing
The ukulele.
yeah, like or whatever. But it was a real pleasure.
Me, no.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't on that at that time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, man. But it was a real player time, man. We went out to a little spot down there, man, and it was just the vibe was dope, man. It was such a good time, man. Great people, man, out there. And yeah, man, like that's why I was like, man, when I saw that thing on fire, I was like, oh,
yeah, we were talking about how Lahaina, I was there when all that fire went down. So that whole area where you guys were staying just leveled. Yep.
Damn, man, that sucks, man.
It was eerie too, because when I went to go, I just happened because they weren't letting anybody up there for a long time. I mean, even if you were driving, you had to go the roundabout way to get past that town.
Mm-hmm.
So when they finally started letting people come in a little bit, like some of the families that had properties there, I went up there with one of them, and it was the first time I realized, because out there all like the fire engines are like a bright lime, yellow, green type thing. When I went out there, the whole place was black. Only thing I saw that just beamed at me was those fucking lime yellow engines up there. I was like, now I understand why they're that color, because you can see them immediately with all that charred blackness.
Right.
I was like, wow, it was just so surreal and eerie to me when I went out there.
Man, that's so, man, because that place was so beautiful, man. And I'm definitely one of these days I'll be able to
Gotta get back out there. Yeah, I still got some people out there. I definitely need to go back. But
yeah, man. Yeah, that was live.
So back to, I know you said that's your whole thing. So how was, when you there, I don't think I really talked to you about the wedding afterwards. So everything was cool, everything good.
Oh yeah, man, we loved it, man. Like, and me and my wife ended up continuing to travel, and but like all the places we went. As a matter of fact, we went to Hawaii 2 more times. We went to the Big Island.
Okay, yeah.
Though, and it was cool. It wasn't Maui though. As a matter of fact, to be totally honest, I really wasn't. I wasn't so sold on
Big Island.
yeah, I wasn't, man.
Maui's a good mix, you know.
Yeah, because that was more like tourists. So many tourists was over there. And I was like, damn, there's a lot of Japanese people over here. Nothing towards Japanese people, but I was like, there's a lot of Japanese people over here. I didn't understand the correlation. And then people was like, what's the word that they when
Oh, World War II?
was it
When Japan
dropped the
hit
bombs
Pearl
on us?
Harbor?
Pearl Harbor, yeah, bomb that, yeah. So like then I started understanding because they were over there seeing a lot of the war memorials.
Oh yeah,
Whatever stuff with that, which still kind of thought was weird. Like, why y'all coming over here? Because y'all want to see where y'all fucked us up. But I mean, I guess there's something deeper. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean that the whole islands are. I mean, it's kind of a mix. So you got a lot of Japanese. There's a lot, tourism wise. There's a lot of Chinese.
Okay.
And Maui is a large percentage Filipino. So which was surprising to me when I got there. I didn't realize that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. But then of course you got the mixes of like the blood Hawaiians that are there too. So this all mixed and mingled,
Right.
which makes the restaurants and cuisine spectacular. Man, there's so many fusions. But the Big Island is a lot more local. So when you go, because I know you were there, there's not a whole lot going on there.
Right.
You got the University of Hawaii. That's about it.
Yeah, it wasn't like Maui was, but Maui's more, like I said, man. It was I think the experience also. We didn't have our kids with us. Also, it was just me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like on some romantic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so I thought that was real player and real cool. And then the Hawaii was the other part was it was cool, but it wasn't. It just wasn't.
But it's a different feel in Florida though, right? So because you got a whole different.
Well, it's funny you say that because I remember being on Maui and hanging out with some random. I don't know, it was so many random guys that time when we went to Maui.
Well, let me ask you, how many people offered you some weed?
So, okay. So the great story is like one of the things is when we got there, a couple of people had offered me weed.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's like automatic.
Well, they had some kind of, I remember the people there telling me, now mind you, remember back when we were there. So, but I remember people telling me that it was some kind of, it was a bush that was out there that looked like weed that people will sell you.
Oh, really?
It'll make you sick. A lot of people told me that while I was there. So I was very cautious of like getting any smoke when I was
getting free stuff. Yeah.
Right. So I ended up meeting another dude, this real cool dude or whatever. That I ended up having a whole party with. We threw a big party. One dude, I met this dude for the first time, and he like, man, come over to my.
That's how it goes.
Come over to my apartment. And he's like, I'm gonna invite some friends over. Man, next thing you know, man, we got the whole block pumping, and hey, and money. They jamming my CD at the time.
What?
They in that bitch bumping. Hey, listen to this shit. Tells them fat bitch is what they was jumping. Man, listen to this. Man, that's him. He from Texas, man. Blah blah blah. Blah. But it's kind of. I think it was money. I think it was y'all that I heard the other day. I was talking about. Was it y'all that was talking about how it's harder to get out of your own city first?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I heard y'all talking about that day on there. And it's funny, man. One of the first things my dad told me or whatever when I started doing music was my dad said, it is always, man, this is before, like, the first time I had ever heard this, and like I had to marinate on that for a minute. But my pops was like, your city is gonna be the last ones to love you. It is always harder for you to win your own city over than it is everywhere else. And so I took that really a lot before a lot of other people here in San Antonio, like, or whatever. So as much as I was doing stuff here in San Antonio, when we go to Vegas, I had CDs with me. I'm in the freaking the Encore. We went to the club in the Encore or whatever, which now is a super expensive club. Hey man, I'm from Texas, man. Boom, 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 whatever. This is when Flip them kind of hot, like, or whatever. So people know Texas, like, or whatever. And they like, okay, hey man, is it mixed and mastered? Everybody asked me, yep.
Yeah.
I got this shit done professionally. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm gonna listen to it real quick. Boom, boom. And that shit jamming. All right, I'm gonna play it. Boom. In the club in Vegas. Boom. We go to Puerto Rico. Same thing. We go to a club pumping or whatever. Hey man, hey, play this real quick, man. What's up? Hey man, where you from? I'm from Texas, man. Like whatever. Yeah, whatever. Hey, everything is mixed down, master or whatever. I'm doing things, man. I'm just out here on my promotion, bam, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
In the club in Puerto Rico. Ooh. Nice. Come to San Antonio. Some of your best friends that you did that's DJing, some of your boys.
They won't fuck with you.
Man, stay.
Sad times.
They was in the studio with us when we was recording this. And this fool DJing this night. Hey man, put that, what you call that we just did. Last song of the night. Everybody going out the club. Now he finally decided to put the song on, man. And so
why they cleaning up?
Yeah. Why everybody cleaning up? Everybody going out the club. But shout out to man, what was the little white boy name that was DJing back then? He worked at the radio station, I think, too. 104, not at 98.5, but he worked at, remember when 10, was it 103, 104, 106? Remember I was on the radio, they had the No, You Can't Come White Me. I had that song come on the radio or whatever. But anyway, we was at Anthro one night.
Oh, okay.
And I had a little specific, and here's some game for y'all youngsters or whatever. I had a little way that I used to do things. I wouldn't send dudes. I used to bring I'd get 4 or 5 bad ones in the club. Be like, I'll buy y'all drinks, but I need y'all to do something for me. I need you to go up to the DJ and I need you to be able to say, I need you to just ask him, have you heard, hey, y'all ain't play that Bennie Tate?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And it's like, and they like, and he like, who? He like, no, that Bennie Tate, y'all ain't got that? Man, we from Houston. I used to tell him, I had this whole little act. Man, we from Houston. Man, y'all ain't on that yet down here? He's like, nah, we got it in the car. You want us to go get it? Bad, but everybody bad, though. It's bad. You know what dude's going to do. Because he just wants some attention up there also.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we at Anthro, I can't remember whatever the DJ name was or whatever, but sure enough, I already had the CD on me. So I'm like, we're going to give it some time, make it look like y'all white to that. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Or do that or whatever. Man, that nigga put that shit on in the club. And that's probably how I ended up getting on the radio, because that shit lit the club up that night.
That's what's up.
But it wasn't me. It was because I had 4 or 5 beautiful women, girls at the time or whatever, go up, and they used to do all my campaigning for me. And they like, yeah, I just buy y'all some drinks. I need y'all to go ask him if they've ever heard of me. And I used to do that at every club. Hey, go ask them if they've ever heard of Bennie Tate. The girls that's in there, go ask them if they ever heard of. No, I haven't. All right, tell them you from Houston.
That's what's up.
Because San Antonio program down.
Yeah.
Like or whatever, we gonna do whatever. Like it used to be. Like I don't know how the game is now.
Well,
like or whatever. But
that right there, I think that's a timeless game right there. I mean that's kind of like sex industry type stuff. You know, it's like that ego is gonna be there.
Boom.
So you just massage that a little bit with the right people. Yeah. Boom, you in there. That's game for y'all right there.
Yeah, that's it, man. And that's how I ended up, with the exception of the strip clubs, because we had them a lot because of Henry.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever. But yeah, man, that was the way that I used to do everything. I wouldn't have dudes we ain't doing no bid. All my homies, we gonna sit back. Hey, we gonna let these females go. And because I know dudes listen to females. They gonna listen to beautiful women. And then shoot, boom.
Well, shoot, man, we can sit here and talk all day.
I know, man. I know.
What you got to sign off with? You got something for the people?
Man, I ain't got much, man. Like or whatever. I just want everybody make sure y'all go to www.platinumh2o.com. Support the water, man. And I just want to say, man, like I love the city of San Antonio, and I know that may a lot of people might be like, man, you don't even live here no more. but on a cool, like for real, I'm
your spirit is here. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, man. Like when I say that, when I come home, man, like and I watch everybody like doing great things from here, man, it melts my heart, man, because it's like I really, 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 really do love like everything like that. I love everything about our city. Like that ain't. I don't have knocks about San Antonio, man, and I know it's a lot of great people from here, and I know how we operate. I know we hustle, we go get it, and so I just that's my thing is like, man, just like continue to do that. I wish that we could come together more.
Squash that beef, man.
Yeah, man, like whatever, like come together more and then and
Stop being so serious.
yeah, help each other, man. We tried to do that years ago.
Yeah.
Like help each other, man. Come together. S.A. Urban was dope. We almost had the blueprint.
We had it. We just dropped it.
We just dropped the blueprint, like or whatever, on there, like or whatever. But there's a blueprint, man. Like, and it's just, man, it's okay to be, man. If you just tell yourself, I'm okay with being broke, man. I'm finna get with these dudes, and it's just,
we gonna work it out.
We just gonna work it like let's all be broke together, but we gonna shine in the city. Let's all, and then whatever happens, happen. Whatever money comes. But that's the thing about San Antonio, man, is much as I say that, man, I know how our city is, and our blood is only pumped one way, man. Our heart is only beat one way, and it's I always say
we can hope. We can always impart knowledge and try to get people on the right direction.
Yeah, man.
Well, I think a lot of it comes to we need that either one person or multiple people to be out there to show people how to do it. You know, because a lot of people are out here just floundering around. They're just doing all their experiments, and nobody's realizing there's already a blueprint. Like you said, you just gotta follow it.
That's it, man. But the thing is like, Chuck, man, we try. And I'm not saying it's not. There's gonna be somebody who's special out there.
Yeah,
that's gonna be able to do it. I know it is. Like or whatever. It'll happen. I seen Dallas. I think recently they got the new Dallas movement. I think I've been seeing online. And now you got all these Dallas artists was all in a room together, and they was all like all these, and I was like, that's all it is. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Because San Antonio got, man, the bars I've been hearing, and we gonna get out here. I ain't gonna hold this, but the bars I've been hearing down here is like, man, shout out to my guy Lee Money. Like I'm not playing. Like lyricism wise, this is one of the greatest lyricists that I've ever heard. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. That ain't just because he's right across from me. But now I'm starting to hear that in the city, like now I can't hear Texas no more almost.
That's big.
If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to hear like rappers.
Yeah.
Like or whatever, you know what I mean? But everybody still got their little flavor. That's my only wish is like keep your dash of Texas in there. Like or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Don't go all the way lyricism on me. But the music that I've heard recently coming out of the city, man, you got lyricists coming out this thing, man. And these boys serious. Boys making videos, everything popping now, like or whatever. So, man, y'all keep on doing y'all thing, man. But y'all got to come together, man, for real.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Together.
Thank you, Benny.
For sure.
It's lovely having you in here. I'm glad we were able to link up while you're in town.
Yes, for sure, man.
And we, like I said, we can talk all day. So next time you're in town, hit me up. You know, we'll set
do part two.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Like, follow, leave a comment.
That's right.
Tell all your friends about it. Black Tones TV. We out.
Right on.